Hey yo, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate y'all being here as always. Today we're gonna get into something that we probably all have done, or all do, that we might not be willing to admit, and that's comparing ourselves to other people. Comparing our life, comparing our journey to what other people got going on, right? So, have you ever looked at somebody's post or just looked at somebody's life from the outside and said, damn, what am I doing wrong? I've done that. I've been guilty of that. But when I really look at it and I look back and think about it, I've been through things that have led me to where I am, and for instance, like I've had setbacks like a lot of you probably had. Like I've been divorced, lost everything, had to work to get it back. I've quit my job, a job that I've had for about 15, 16 years. I ended up quitting and tried entrepreneurship and failed at it, which set me back. So I can't really compare somebody else's life to mine because I've been through what I went through and they're going through what they went through, and their path is different from my path. So all my decisions have led me to where I am right now, just like you. All of your decisions have led to where you're at right now. And so we're going to talk about, why comparison is the thief of joy. You might have heard that, but it's also the killer of progression. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about why you should stop comparing your life to other people's lives and instead just focus on yourself and focus on your goals. And the first reason is comparison is an illusion. So when you're comparing yourself to others, you're taking your behind the scenes footage, your BTS, and comparing it to their highlight reels, right? You're seeing all of their successes, all of their filtered wins, but you aren't seeing the struggles, you aren't seeing the failures, you're not seeing the late nights that they put in, you're not seeing all of the variables that have led them to where they're at. So social media has made it like 10 times worse now too, because like I said, you're seeing everybody's highlight reel. So you might look at somebody page and be like, damn man, what am I doing wrong? Or you might look at somebody who might be like years younger than you and they winning, and you like, damn man, I'm failing in life because you're not where they're at, or you're not doing what they're doing. But you got to realize your journey is different from theirs, and all you got to really worry about is like, am I getting better than yesterday? That's the only comparison that really matters, like your comparison with yourself. So stop measuring yourself to other people because you don't know what they've been through. You don't know what they've done to get where they're at, and it could be something wicked behind the scenes that they've done, or it could be 100% legit, but you still don't know. You don't know what they had to go through to get there. The second thing is your journey is unique. It's unique to you. No two people are on the same path. What works for somebody else might not necessarily work for you. Maybe your friend, you might have had a friend who got their dream job at 23 years old, right? But what you want to do, your dream, requires a lot more time to build. So you can't really look at it like that. You can't really compare the two. You know what I'm saying? That's not failure. That's just a different process, right? So just picture let's say you baking a cake, right? And then you started comparing you baking the cake, the whole process, with somebody else that's making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That doesn't make any sense because the peanut butter and jelly sandwich naturally is going to take a few minutes, whereas the cake might take a couple hours to bake. So what you need to do is just focus on your recipe, focus on the ingredients you got, and focus on what you got cooking up instead of like worrying about what somebody else is doing. That's detrimental. The third thing is comparing yourself to other people. It distracts you from your own goals, right? When you're busy looking all around, left and right, you lose sight of what's directly ahead of you. So it's like running a race. When you're looking to your left and your right and worrying about the other people in the other lane, you start to slow down. You start veering in their lane, possibly, and you might trip and fall. So you need to just focus on what your vision is and what your goals are, and stop comparing yourself to what other people got going on. They might have a whole different vision than you, and they do. They're different from you. So focus on your lane. Stay in your lane. Focus on what you got going on, man. Write your goals down, break them down into smaller steps, and just stop comparing yourself. Like, that energy is better spent on making progress. The fourth thing is progress is personal, right? Success isn't a one size fits all type of thing, right? Like for some people, success might mean making a lot of money. It might be a 6-figure salary. For others, it might be freedom to spend more time with their loved ones, their family, or having time to create the art that they love, like making music or just painting or something like that. So success is different for everybody, and what that means is different for everybody. But what has happened nowadays is that social media has made it to where success looks like one thing, like money, shiny material objects, being ostentatious, jewelry, all of these things. So you kind of lose sight of what real success is if you don't define it for yourself. So define what your success looks like and not what the world is telling you success looks like, right? It's a personal thing. And the last thing is gratitude. Like, you should use gratitude over comparison. Like, comparison can often lead to like envy, and that envy can blind you from your blessings. Meaning, like, if you're not grateful for what you have and you're always looking for more and more and more, like, it's gonna block you from your blessings. Because if you really think about it, you've overcome things. You might not have what you want, or you might not be where you want to be, but if you think back, you've overcome obstacles to get where you are. Like, you were wishing to be in the position that you are in right now. You were wishing for that in the past. I'm sure you've overcome some obstacles to get where you're at right now. And a lot of times we lose sight of that. We don't remember like the past struggles that we had because we're constantly reaching for more and more and more. And once you start to scale that back and really be thankful for what you've overcome and what you do have, that's going to give you like the energy to pursue what you really want, right? The gratitude is going to shift your focus to realizing what really matters in life. And it's going to take you from a point of lack to a powerful position. You know, it's going to give you a more powerful position, a more powerful perspective. So always be grateful for what you have. Always be grateful for what you've overcome and where you're at in life. And as you continue to strive for more, because it ain't nothing wrong with striving for more, but don't lose sight of what really matters in life. You've got your health, you know, got a roof over your head, clothes on your back, then you're doing better than a lot of other people. So always be grateful for that, man. Stop comparing yourself to other people. You'll get there when you need to get there. You'll get there when you need to get there, man. Other people, they have their journey and you have yours. You know, the only person that you should be comparing yourself to is you. You know, the person that you were yesterday, the person that you were last year. If you're getting better like that, then you're on the right path. You're on your way. You know what I'm saying? Your journey, your goals, your life is yours. It's uniquely yours, and somebody else's is theirs. So like, for instance, I have a friend. My friend, he's what I would call, he's successful. You know, when it comes to like material shit, he's definitely successful. Like house, like 3 luxury cars. You know, like I'm talking about like some nice, really nice cars, right? And I'm a car guy. And I'm nowhere near that. But his journey is different from mine. For instance, he works all the time. And he's single. He has no kids. So, of course, his path is going to be different from mine. I'm not willing to work as much as he works. Like, I'm like, overtime, I shun that shit. Like, overtime for him, he picking it up. I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. But for him, it's different. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not shitting on what he does, but there's nothing wrong with that. I would rather have more freedom than to like work myself into the ground to acquire the material shit. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with what he does, but it's a different path. We have different paths. Now, just imagine if I was trying to keep up with him, and ignore the variables that he has in life. Like I said, he's single. He doesn't have any kids. If I was trying to keep up with him, I wouldn't be able to, for one, because I have those things that he doesn't have. I couldn't be, like, I need to spend time with my child, my family. He hasn't had to do that. So his path is different. That's what I'm saying. Stop comparing yourself to other people and trying to like keep up with other people when your journey is just different. You'll get to where you need to be if you just focus on your vision. You know what I'm saying? I got a vision for my life, and I'll get there if I just continue along the way and keep doing what I'm doing and be consistent. So with that said, man, that's all I got for this video. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Put in the work that you need to put in for your own vision and your goals, and continue to be who you need to be and get better. Like, get better every day. Like 1% better every day, like from what you were yesterday. And that's all that matters. This is Art versus Arteria, and it's you versus you. So do what you got to do to make your life the best it can be, man. And I'm out until next time. Peace. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.